Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're giving you the ultimate shortcut. It's a quick, actionable framework for vetting those super tempting but totally unknown e-commerce sites.
The ones that just pop up in your feed, right? Like a Bexxly.com or
Right.
something similar?
Exactly. And our goal isn't just to say, oh, look for privacy policy. We want to give you the genuinely surprising red flags.
Yeah, the things that show a scammer is just, betting on non-delivery.
So we're really decoding the psychology of a fraudulent storefront.
We are. The whole concept here is learning to spot when a so-called brand exists purely in a bubble. If they aren't investing in a real business, they're going to fail the real-world visibility test.
Okay, let's start right there. The brand's real-world footprint. So you see a great deal, you click, the site looks pretty legit. What is the very first thing you should do off the site?
You search for them everywhere else. I mean, real brands leave footprints.
Footprints, right.
If you hit Google or Instagram or even YouTube, and it's just silence. No official pages, no tagged photos, zero customer engagement.
Nothing.
That lack of an external presence is your #1 warning sign. The brand's enthusiasm shouldn't just stop at its own homepage.
Exactly. I'm looking for that messy reality, not just a clean testimonial page on their site, but real user photos, maybe an unboxing video.
Or even a negative review somewhere.
Yeah. If the only feedback you can find is just hyper-positive text with no proof, you know you're dealing with a totally manufactured reality.
So if the outside world is quiet, let's look at what they're hiding internally. Once you're back on the site, just skip the shopping for a second and scroll straight down to the footer.
Okay, so what are we looking for under the hood?
Identity. A legitimate company has to identify itself. If you can't find a legal company name, or if the terms of service looks like it was written by a bot 5 minutes ago,
Like a bad copy-paste job.
that's it. They're being intentionally opaque. And a lot of these sites run on these flimsy, quickly assembled templates. Try using it on your phone.
The mobile test.
Yeah. If the pages are glitchy, if links are broken, or the whole thing just feels inconsistent, that low-effort execution is a huge technical warning.
That makes so much sense. They spent all the money on the slick homepage photo, but skip the actual functionality. Now let's talk about money. This is often the biggest hook.
It's the bait.
Why do scam prices always look so specific?
This is a massive tell. You
Ah.
see this fixation on these weirdly specific, non-rounded numbers. Like, everything is priced at exactly $29.99 or $59.99.
Always 99.
Always. And it's usually paired with a massive, impossible-sounding discount.
Hmm.
That consistency suggests it's just a formula. It's not real inventory management. It's designed to trigger an impulse buy.
And the product imagery often backs that up, right? You'll see photos that are just a little blurry, or you spot another company's watermark still on them.
Absolutely. They just stole the image. That lack of their own photography is key. Then if you decide to check out, you have to watch the transaction itself very closely.
What should I be looking for there?
If the checkout is rushing you with aggressive timers, or it suddenly redirects you to a payment page that feels totally disconnected from the site.
Yeah, that feels sketchy.
It's a high-pressure technique. They use it to bypass your critical thinking. Plus, if they're promising 2-day shipping on some custom product with no warehouse location listed,
Yeah.
that's just an impossible promise.
Okay, so if we've seen all of these red flags, what's the final ultimate check before we just walk away?
Trust your gut and use a simple domain lookup tool. If the site is less than a year old and has zero external review history, which goes right back to that in a bubble idea, it is simply not worth the risk.
That's the big takeaway for you then. Always look beyond the website itself. If the only entity talking about a brand is the brand and the price just defies basic math, you have to assume the worst.
And that leads to a final thought to leave you with. If the prices are consistently too low, if they make absolutely no financial sense for a company, what economic model is that scammer relying on?
They're not making a small profit.
Not at all. They are betting on the complete non-delivery of the product. They're just converting your payment directly into pure profit. Your critical assessment is always, always your best defense.